Hello, Nagaland TV welcomes you to English Prime Time. I'm Chupen Kung. Let's have a look at the headlines. Dimapur District Administration on Tuesday reiterates ban on extraction of resources like sand, gravels and boulders from streams and rivers in the Dimapur district. Nltv Youth Organization held a consultative meeting with the unemployed youth of Mon district. Meeting aimed to address the soaring rate of unemployment in the state. In an alarming disclosure, Joint Director of Health Department and State Nodal Officer of National Tobacco Control Program says 43% of teenagers consume tobacco in Nagaland. Union Minister Narayan Rane granted bail within 8 hours after his traumatic arrest over his slap Uddhav Thackeray command. And now the news in details. Following an incident of illegal sand mining in Tansuri River in Dimapur district, the district administration on Tuesday reiterated the ban on extraction of resources like sand, gravels and boulders from streams and rivers in the Dimapur district. Reportedly, a team from the district administration, which included the extra assistant commissioner Sadar, police personnel and dopashis, went to verify claims that individuals were illegally mining sand in Tansuri River behind interstate terminus Purana Bazaar. Following the verification, one JCB excavator, which was being used for the same, was seized by the authorities, and a case has been registered under East Police Station, Dimapur. It stating that cases of non-compliance arising, the administration reminded that a complete ban on mining of sand and boulder in rivers of Dimapur district has been in effect, and an order on the same was issued by Dimapur Deputy Commissioner on July 29, 2021. In order to ensure the smooth implementation of the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana (BM) GKAY in Mokokchung district, officials of BJP Mokokchung district held a coordination meeting with the ADs of Department of Food and Civil Supplies (FNCS) and Jamungar Au in his office chambers on Monday. During the interaction, the BJP Mokokchung District President Imolemba Chamir praised the Department of Food and Civil Supplies for their exceptional work in reaching out to the people, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. He appreciated the department for carrying out the food distribution works in an orderly manner with active support of the village councils and ward authorities. He further encouraged the department to continue with the good works, while he also assured all possible help from the party to benefit the people at the grassroots. Imnati Pachamir, Advisor Labor and Employment Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, held a consultative meeting with Deputy Commissioner, Superintendent of Police and Skill Council members of Mon District on August 24 in pursuance for successful implementation of the programs and policies. Imnatiba discussed and highlighted various matters where he also hinted on decentralization of the skill policies and formation of sub-councils to enhance the employment generation programs and mobilization of schemes such as PMKVY, which is a flagship program under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, also PMEGP under MSME for the unemployed youth. Mon DC Tavasilan K in his address highlighted the several challenges faced by the youth stationed across the country who are employed in their service industries and insisted upon the government to initiate certain support mechanisms. Koni Nyupa Sheko Kong, KNSK and Konyak Students Union KSU also participated in the meeting. In an alarming disclosure, Joint Director of Health Department and State Nodal Officer of National Tobacco Control Program, NTCP Dr. Chekroshuye Tetsio, informed that 43% of teenagers in the age group between 13 to 15 years in Nagaland use tobacco as per report of the Global Youth Tobacco Survey for 2019. Dr. Tetsio stated that this during an orientation program on revised guidelines for tobacco-free educational institutions, TOFEI, and introduction of tobacco-free Nagaland app at Hammock Resort in Gorkha town on August 24. He appreciated the active role of Nltv Gorkha in controlling tobacco usage and described it as one of the best performing districts in the state. Stated an update from the office of the Chief Medical Officer, CMO Gorkha. The tobacco-free Nagaland app was launched by Achilo Muri, Senior District Education Officer of Gorkha, along with Dr. Tetsio. More than 38 participants attended the one-day orientation program. Eastern Nagaland Legislators Union ENLU along with ENLU convener and Minister S. Pangnupom, accompanied by DATA department officials along with some delegations, appealed to Niti Aayog to look into the project report submitted to Donor Ministry based on the special package announced by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his visit to Eastern Nagaland in 2018. During the discussion, the legislators highlighted the special package announced by the Prime Minister, based on which a multidisciplinary committee headed by Home Ministry was set up to look into the matter. A project was prepared and submitted to the Donor Ministry, but it has not been sanctioned to date. The delegation asked Niti Aayog CEO to look into the matter. Niti Aayog CEO can't assure to look into the project submitted to the Donor Ministry. NDPP youth organization led by its president Kelonizo Yome held a consultative meeting with the unemployed youth of Mon district at Mon town on August 23rd. Reportedly, the aim of the meeting was to address the soaring rate of unemployment in the state. MLA Imnati Bachamir, an advisor of labor and employment, skill development and entrepreneurship, and also the legislator in charge of the NDPP youth organization, encouraged the youth to involve themselves in other means of self-employment as the government jobs have become scarce. He further encouraged the youth to form construction groups by engaging the services of the civil and electrical engineers available in their respective districts. The Nagaland Adventures Club NSC organized a weekend getaway to Mount Kapamutsu, Glory Peak Underpack District, Cheetah Lake, bordering with Nagaland and Manipur in the ancestral Keshakeno village on August 22nd. The purpose of the trip was to promote eco-rural and eco-friendly tourism between the need to conserve natural resources, cultural heritage, and social equilibrium of the tourism destination in the rural areas for sustainability. The club expressed hope that everyone will grow closer to nature and spread the awareness for a better, greener future to truly protect the environment and minimize pollution. The team used reusable, waste-free tools during the trip. 25th August, which is considered as the Murder's Day by the Gorkha community, observed it at Dimapur with Shri Kumar Supa, the founding chairman of DGU and state executive member BJP, as a special guest, who presented the live sketch of late Major Amar Shahid Durgamala. The observation began with candle lighting, floral tributes, followed by observing 1 minute silence to pay homage to the freedom fighter, late Major Shahid Durgamala. Shri Kumar further stated that Amar Shahid Durgamala, along with countless men, made a great sacrifice, as a result of which they are now living freely in this country. From the freedom struggle to the heights of Kargil, Gorkhas have always been at the forefront in the defense of our country. Shahid Durgamala belongs to the front rank of Gorkha heroes murdered for the cause of our country's freedom. He epitomized the fighting spirit and ardent patriotism of Indian Gorkhas.
आजको युथ ग्रेजुएसन त मामुली कुरा हो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएसन गरेर अनइम्प्लॉयड भएर बसिरहेको छ तर अनइम्प्लॉयड भएर हुँदैन नि उनीहरुलाई पनि त सर्भाइभल त चाहियो त आज हामी नागाल्यान्डमा छौँ नागाको गभर्मेन्टको अन्डरमा नागाको लिडरको अन्डरमा हामी बस्छौँ भन्नेलाई नागाको लिडर्सहरू तपाईँहरू मैले त्यही भनेको छु नि।
Fire broke out at Gorkha village under Mon district on Tuesday. A thatched house was destroyed in a devastating fire that broke out in the morning. Reportedly, the fire broke out due to electricity leakage. A 56-year-old man named Mr. S. Aoyong Konyak was left homeless as their house was destroyed. According to sources, the village guard personnel took around 2 hours to control the fire and were able to control the flame from engulfing into the surrounding areas. Dimapur's Wednesday Bazaar supermarket, which is one of the biggest markets in the city, is also known as Naga Bazaar. Both locals and non-locals come to buy and sell items. Items include dog meat, rabbit snails, honeybees, frogs, fishes, and silkworms, including clothes and other essential items. However, ever since the pandemic has hit Nagaland, business and commerce sector has faced lots of issues. Today, Nagaland TV reporter Aramachumi visited the market and spoke with sellers regarding problems they have faced before and after pandemic. Let's have a look at the report.
Chuja ina loido na ek kunda toy kunda karoni kola damdi etia to full kolile to kitia hole bi olai to manokan
acha mane apni ko to lockdown te ekdom bhal lagise sell to
lockdown di to time ekta fix kora bra to manokan bi time chuchi ina loina itu time di bhal lagise
toy time apni ando dam uthaise na uthana saman
kiman dam bra he to dam bra he de just lockdown di dam bra he che etia kola bra ulup to town hoise sab jagam bi na lockdown di to tambi double bra hise itu bra double bra bikaise mokan bi etia susta hiase olof susta bra
lockdown se de bisi bia
lockdown age bhal daise
samala dambi tia to bisi hoise pela to lok komti da to
kumba manu kumba ete bazar kura han ba ko to lockdown de ekdom sell to bhal daise ko kile mane
sell hobo dam to ile sob uthise saman na pai put busti bra aibu na pare aire bi man dam
Nagaland Sustainable Development Goals Vision 2030 in its goal number 6 on clean water and sanitation aims to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Furthermore, its vision is to provide safe, adequate and sustainable drinking water supply and environmental hygiene for all to improve the quality of life. The vision document listed scarcity of surface water sources, land ownership systems and fund constraints as some of the chain of the main challenges, a number of challenges impacting its goals for clean water and sanitation for all. New Directorate Office building of Social Welfare Department was inaugurated on August 24 by Advisor Social Welfare, Home Guards and Civil Defense, Noke Wangnao, near NBCC Convention Center, Pesocha, Kohima. While inaugurating the new building, Noke Wangnao encouraged all the staff to work with zeal and energy for the welfare of the department and for the public in the new office building. Reportedly, the advisor, while speaking on the occasion, conveyed his gratitude to Chief Minister Nipurio, who, in the making of the project, turned the project into a reality. He further congratulated the director and her team on the successful completion of the office building and hoped that the physical environment that the new building was about to provide would affect the productivity positively. It has been 12 years since the state urban local bodies held its last ULB election. The last ULB election was in 2009, and this has hampered the development of the state as central funds were not transferred as a result. The tribal government has not commented on this matter as the tribal bodies are against the ULB election. There was a protest in 2016 against the ULB election where 2 youth lost their lives while protesting. Nagaland TV on August 24th had a discussion panel on the 33% reservation of women in the ULB election. The Naga Mothers Association, Naga Women Hoho Timapur, Vikali Jimomi, social activists, Naga Hoho and Nagaland Kaunpura Federation were present. Let us now take an in-depth look at the report.
Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. Sab Mandalaga Awas. Amayan janen se 2009 barluiga na aji 2021 tak iku ULB laga elections to amayan Nagaland de nathaki na aya se, that is 12 years. So idu karne Nagaland central government ba schemes development karne iku sanction kuriya na. To aji amayan Dimapur de ahina se to public laga opinion idu 33% reservation for women do ki ase idu janiwo. 33% reservation for women do thakiwole lage na nathakiwo lage.
Idu do thakiwo lage kile mane idu equal rights ho lage na amian men women equal discriminate na kuri na women can be equally men nishna treat kule bhalo ho to hoy mala sabte to ho lage idu.
तो अपनी लाइफ सब ते माइकी खान भी कैपेबल आसे ना
होय माइकी खान भी कैपेबल आसे किले माने माइकी खान भी ना बारा एकु नाय इडिया तो इक्वली जास ना आमी खान एजुकेशन सिस्टम दे ओले भी नाले की पॉलिटिकल इश्यूज खान दे भी माइकी खान ओले भी मोता खान ओले भी इक्वल ट्रीट कुछ ओले तो ए तो बालास ना सोसाइटी में दे भी आरो होय माने स्ने
Yeah, we support the municipal for 33% for women, no? But for assembly, we don't support. Yeah, because assembly, though, I think because we are also fighting for their women liberty, no? So if you see from that side, no? Yeah, it's still, I think we women can also compete the men.
I do support for, local panchayat or council, whatever it may be. So reservation is recovered. I support also that 33%, whatever. But as of this MLA, as she said, when there is a liberation, going on, fighting, so why do we go for reservation for MLA? So they should fight. Ladies are capable. So many educated, women are coming up. So they should fight.
So in your opinion, women can fight even without the reservation?
Without
the reservation?
No reservation. Without reservation, yes, they can fight.
I'm very happy. It is a surprise. I never expect that, but it is nice. After such more than 12 years, our children, I should say, or our women are fighting for their rights. So I support that. Our governments and our elders, our senior citizens must consider for our junior or for children, for our youth, that they must be given their rights. Because in India also, in the army also, women were given only up to some major, but now they have already given up to colonel in different department. It is in the defense. Recently it was passed. So for Nagaland, of course, in our customary is there, but it is high time that our children, our women must be given their rights. Reservation up 33% in orphan, it is orphan, isn't it? Orphan election.
Yes, urban.
Urban elections, as well as even in the village council, it is high time to keep their rights so that we will have a balanced life.
Sir, so according to some people, women should only be in the kitchen. So what is your opinion on that?
Yeah. Some year back, women were for the kitchen. But now we are not in that generation. We must be sharing 50-50. Either man or woman, we must share. Equal, balance, check and balance.
And I support 33A. Because I think the women are capable of doing things now. So I want the government to support the 33 Act.
Ami laga sab to takahe bal. Kile mane muta gila be man bal nuha nisna magiyan be takile olop ইপালি ওপালি হনা অলপ ভাল হ'ব নিচিনা লাগে আজি
Nagaland kan I mean strategic reservation to thakiu lage ki kane obviously like India de sob jaga MP holibi ki holibi Lok Sabha seat holibi sob manu bohe na to Nagaland to holibi sob manu kane 33% reservation to dili to bal ase so that maiki han be ki kuru lage ki na kuru lage tahan be sob kuru paru kane equally mota khan de compare kuru paru kane aro India de sob manu kure ase MP Lok Sabha speaker bit maiki han be bukhi ase chief minister be bukhi ase to hisab te sob manu be maiki han ki be opportunity dibo lage Nagaland dibe na etu koi dibo monas
Amihan ita 33% reservation for women laga oporde public laga opinion lushe aro public khando sob idu 33% reservation for women do thakiwo lage aro tahando idu bishi support kore guna kushe aro tahan ba ko the women are equally capable of doing the things that men are already doing aro tahan ba maiki khan bi mota nishna equal treatments receive kro lage ina kushe. For more updates follow Nagaland TV and keep watching. Moi imna sinla with camera person Kelazol.
Monken, a Naga brand that was launched on the 28th of January 2020 in New Delhi, India, with its sole purpose of creating economic opportunities for local designers and skilled craftsmen of Nagaland. It is a hand-holding initiative of the Department for Development of Underdeveloped Areas, DATA, and TRIFED under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Monken, which means my beloved, derived from the local dialects of Pom and Konyak tribes in Nagaland. This brand is a reflection of the sensibilities for the 6 eastern tribes: Konyak, Chang, Pom, Sangtam, Yimkyung, and the Kimingen. As Monken purpose is to create opportunities to local entrepreneurs, it showcases the artistic designs of designers that has direct inspirations from the original patterns and motifs from the eastern regions of Nagaland. Tattoos and other art patterns on tribal shawls and sarongs, each design revealing symbols of headhunter warriors. Patterns evoking romance, heroism, and the flavor and fervor of the tribe through the crafts, apparels, and fashion.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Nagaland TV. Mohanyade Monken Production Unit, Apparel and Garment Making Center, Sovima DIC Complex de Aina ase. Aibi janibo Monken as a brand to ki ase aro tahala process kina ase janibo aibi. Itula process pi ki ase?
Itu ami khan blazer pra itu back side la patti ase na itu plate pra hali kina itu side la arm hole aro itu waist aro itu hips line lagana aro hat laga itu pattern pra na bohek na mukhan na back side lagana itu kan sob cutting kuri ase
one itia itu panai thaka da first pattern cutting kuribo itu pichete itu pra hisab kore na scale hisab ta panai no kapra bi olop eco jai na itu pichete size bi alag alag panai na mon pishi kati thaki na itu ra inga pattern to panai thaki
pila to silai thakise korte pishi silai thakise halibi yate aigana bahar bra designing course legena aha kan bra hekya karna aro pishi notun skills hikise
aro abuni bi kina improve hoise idula field te
pishi improve hoise pila to ni moi kina silai holibi the right way of stitching na kina ka hobo lage ido sob pishi balbra hikise
itu kapra silai na iron marle sundur lai to iron ido marina ido steam olabra kapra bi nuchule aro the last finishing days itia the finishing site jais na and our night the last day na kore
Mohanyade Esther Jamir Lode ase ma'am Esther Jamir Lode 2 decades stuck tai fashion industry de ase aro bishide she is a supermodel aro itia tai manage kore ase itu Monken production unit to taige hudiwo questions kan so ma'am like what kind of challenges do you face in this?
Well, actually, this industrial machine, this unit, it's very new in Nagaland. So none of these girls seem stressed kan yade thakakan kapar shilagan. Takang kumbi inala machine de experience nai. So yade aigina takang ki train kuradam de time olop to loishe man. So manla production do olop delay ho jaise. Other than that, any chile ase itia to ele.
Japan International Cooperation Agency will set up a 400-bedded teaching hospital in Kohima. Health Minister S. Pang-yu-pom, through a Twitter update, informed that he had a meeting with JICA officials in the office team in New Delhi on Tuesday. He stated that the project would be beneficial for bringing a change in the community for the Nagaland community welfare. Furthermore, he thanked the ICVIA Nagaland project team for providing support and connecting with the JICA technical support to develop the detailed project report. He further thanked the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Department of Economic Affairs, Niti Aayog, Development of Northeastern Region Ministries and Line Ministries for providing the valuable support for strengthening the healthcare system of Nagaland. A national webinar on MATLAB was organized by the Department of Mathematics, St. Joseph University SJU Dimapur on August 23rd. A press release by SJU stated that the resource persons were Dr. Naresh Kumar and Dr. Gunasekar, Associate Professors, Department of Mathematics, Valtech Rangarajan, Dr. Sakuntala, R&T Institute of Technology. In the first session, Fundamentals of MATLAB, which gave more information as a calculator, metrics, operations, solving systems of equations, founding agent values and agent vectors were highlighted. And in the second session, application of MATLAB was aimed accurately, like solving ordinary differentiation, partial differentiation, Taylor series expansion, multiple integral and plotting of curves. It may be worth mentioning here that Matrix Laboratory is a proprietary multi-paradigm programming language and numeric computing environment. A charity screening camp for ear and hearing has started in Longlang from August 24. The screening camp is sponsored by CMO Longlang, Dr. Opangjungla, and her husband, Benjung Ayer. The camp commenced on Tuesday at Pom Lempong School and will continue till August 26 in the district headquarters. According to the CMO office, the team will then conduct screening at 5 other health units. Dr. Opangjungla, while delivering the keynote address at a launching program at Pom Lempong School, said that they had planned to organize the hearing camp for a long time and expressed happiness that Longlang is one of the districts selected for the hearing camp. She also shared that hearing impairment occurs when there is a problem with or damage to one or more parts of the ear, citing that the degree of hearing impairment can vary widely from one person to another. Livingstone Foundation International College inaugurated on August 24 at Taiku Kevijau. Director of Higher Education Dr. Abeni Lotha unveiled the inaugural stone. While speaking at a program, Dr. Abeni Lotha lauded the chairman and the school for the many achievements and expressed confidence that the college would grow fast and successfully. She also congratulated the chairman for the splendid set of college faculty led by Dr. Ranjan Kumar Behera and reminded the students that they are truly lucky to be part of the institute. The program was led by Sashurenla Miller, while the invocation prayer was said by Dr. Tian Lamar and the pastor of Taiku Village Baptist Church, Mukapito K. Jimo, led in the special prayer. The program concluded with a vote of thanks delivered by the director of Livingstone Foundation International, Ani Yeptami. 3 youth arrested by Manipur police for allegedly trying to smuggle COVID-19 vaccines and other medicines to Myanmar. Police said that they were arrested on Sunday when they tried to smuggle huge cache of Covishield vaccine, remdesivir injections and other medicines to Burma in a vehicle. A team of police led by officer in charge of Singjamai Police Station Inspector N. Jadumani Singh were conducting checking of passers-by and vehicles in Chanchipur area near Hichangkang supermarket along National Highway 2 when the three youth were nabbed with the medicines. The arrested youth have been identified as Muhammad Feroz Khan, 30, Imran Khan, 22, and Shubham Kumar Anand, 23. Reportedly, Feroz and Imran are residents of Manipur, while Shubham is a resident of Katihar district of Bihar, presently staying in Imphal. A local court in Manipur on Tuesday sent them to police custody till Friday. Union Minister Narayan Rane was granted bail within 8 hours after his dramatic arrest yesterday in Maharashtra over his slave Uddhav Thackeray command. He has been asked to appear before the police in Nashik on September 2nd. One of the 4 FIRs filed against Narayan Rane has been filed in Nashik. The notice issued late last night asked the minister to appear at 12 noon next Thursday. Mr. Rane got bail around 9:45 p.m., hours after his dramatic arrest, while he was having lunch. He argued at a court in Raigad that he was arrested on politically motivated charges without proper notice. He also cited his health and the fact that he is a cabinet minister. The union minister was released on a bond of rupees 15,000. The crisis in the Punjab Congress worsened, which has been brewing for months, as nearly as 30 MLAs, including 4 cabinet ministers, declared open revolt against Captain Amarinder Singh. And they say that they have no faith that the CM is capable of fulfilling poll promises and that they have no faith in him. They also accuse the Chief Minister of conspiring with Shiromani Akali Dal President Sukhbir Singh Badal. Bengal police seized some 30 live crude bombs from a Gaya-bound passenger bus and detained a suspect on Wednesday. Following a tip-off, the Intelligence Bureau and armed West Bengal police chased a private bus which was carrying passengers and forced the vehicle to halt on National Highway 2 at Kuldi, under East Bardhaman district on Tuesday night. Reportedly, the bombs were packed in a plastic sack. The police said that the contraband consignment was to be delivered to a man in Jharkhand, whose identity was also found in the bag. Furthermore, Asansol Durgapur Police Commissioner Ajay Thakur said that the matter is being investigated. The Uttar Pradesh government will distribute around 20 lakh free gas connections to low-income families under the Ujjwala 2.0 scheme to help beneficiaries cook food using smoke-free fuels. The Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will start the distribution through a virtual event on Wednesday. The Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana PMUY flagship scheme was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on May 1, 2016 in Balia, Uttar Pradesh. Prime Minister Modi launched Ujjwala 2.0, the second phase of the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, on August 10 by handing over LPG connections in Mahopa, Uttar Pradesh. In the first phase of the Ujjwala Yojana scheme, 1 crore 47 lakh 43,862 LPG connections were made available to the underprivileged families in Uttar Pradesh. Families which were left out in the first phase of the Ujjwala scheme will be benefited in the second phase. The State Bank of India, SBI, said had intimated its customers and account holders to the last date for linking their PAN cards. SBI announced that all account holders are required to complete their Ban Aadhaar card linking by September 30. The bank further urged customers to get this done so as to avoid any inconveniences and enjoy a seamless banking service. In a tweet issued from their official Twitter handle, the bank conveyed the message and a post describing how customers can go about it. SBI further stated that if the PAN is not linked by September 30, 2021, the identification card and its facilities will be rendered inoperative or inactive. This means that the customers cannot be coded for conducting specified transactions. With India now getting low or moderate level of transmission of COVID-19, the chief scientist of the World Health Organization, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, said that by the end of 2022, we would be in a position where we achieve vaccine coverage of 70%, and then countries can get back to normalcy. By mid of September, the clearance of Covaxin as an authorized vaccine is expected by the WHO's technical group. Dr. Swaminathan said that given the size of India and the heterogeneity of population and immunity status in different parts of the country, it is very, very feasible that the situation may come like this with ups and downs in various parts of the nation. Further, she stated that we may be entering some kind of stage of endemicity where there is low-level transmission or moderate-level transmission going on, but we are not seeing the kinds of exponential growth and peaks that we saw a few months ago. Vice President of India Venkaiah Naidu leaves for New Delhi after concluding his 10-day visit in Karnataka. During his visit to Karnataka, the Vice President inaugurated Vaccinate India program, an initiative of the Sustainable Goals Coordination Center of the Government of Karnataka in collaboration with Give India Foundation. Furthermore, he also laid the foundation stone of the Innovation and Development Center at Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, JNCASR, in Bengaluru. Karnataka Governor Tuar Chand Gehlot, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. K. Sudhakar, Member of Parliament P.C. Mohan were also present at the airport. India reports 37,593 fresh COVID-19 cases and 648 deaths in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate now stands at 97.67%. A total of 34,169 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, which brings the total recoveries to 3,17,54,281 across the country in the last 24 hours, with 3,22,327 active cases. Meanwhile, Nagaland records 29,622 COVID-19 cases, while 610 deaths have been reported so far in the state. The World Bank has put a hold on its aid to Afghanistan, expressing that it is deeply concerned by the situation there after the Taliban took over the country. We are deeply concerned about the situation in Afghanistan and the impact on the country's development prospects, especially for women, said an official spokesperson. The bank mentioned in its website that there were over 24 projects running since 2002 for its development and had provided 5.3 billion in grants. The bank has pulled out all of its personnel by Friday. The International Monetary Fund have also blocked operations, which include an existing 370 million loan program and a 340 million that Kabul was due to receive from Monday's release of special drawing rights. All India NR Congress leader Rajavelu filed nomination for the post of Deputy Speaker of Puducherry Assembly on Wednesday. Rajavelu submitted his nomination papers to the Assembly Secretary KP Manusamy, Chief Minister N. Rangasamy, his cabinet colleagues K. Lakshmi Narayan, C.J. Kumar, Chandira Briyank were also present on the occasion. Furthermore, he is likely to be elected unopposed as no one else has filed nominations from the opposition. Earlier, Rajavelu served as a welfare minister in the previous AINRC government in 2011 to 2016. After the news of mysterious Havana syndrome in Vietnam, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris delays her Vietnam trip. Harris arrived in the South Asian country's capital after a 3-hour delay in Singapore that the U.S. government blamed on reports that someone in Hanoi may have been targeted by the Havana syndrome. The mysterious Havana syndrome includes symptoms like dizziness, nausea, migraines, and memory lapses. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the Havana syndrome case was reported in Vietnam before Harris's departure, but not confirmed. And that's all for now. For more news and information, keep watching Nagaland TV. Thank you.